Olá a todos! Esta semana temos uma entrevista exclusiva com a Isabela Merced, a Dina de The Last of Us, no podcast Watch Party. Ora, a magia da rádio pede-nos dobragens, mas, como sabemos que há quem goste de ouvir as vozes originais, fica aqui a entrevista completa, sem traduções. Uma espécie de material bónus para subscritores. Hello, I hope you're doing well. I know it's a lot of interviews all at once.
No, it's like you get warmed up and then all of a sudden it's easy. You're right in the sweet spot where I still have energy.
Well, then that's good. So, if you don't mind us starting right away, Dina arrived in season 2, The Last of Us. She's a new character, but she's already so important to the narrative. However, I've heard that certain cast members have nicknames for each other. Some are privileged in that way. Are you in that group? And if you do have a nickname, is it a swear word in Portuguese and Spanish? Or is it okay to say?
No, I mean, literally, they just call me Izzy. Izzy. That's my nickname. And I like that because I'm Izzy and Bella's Bella. And it's like we complete each other.
Yeah, Isabela, exactly. Yeah. And it's not a swear word, so, you're lucky in that sense.
Yeah, well, they get around it by pronouncing it wrong, but it's still just so funny. And then also, Bella has a nickname for Pedro, which is Pedge, which I think is adorable as well.
So, what drew you to this character and to this series specifically?
Well, I got drawn in, I guess. It was just some random request to meet with me from Craig and Neil. And they didn't tell me for what, didn't tell me for who, just were like, we want to meet. And I figured, it's probably The Last of Us. They created the first season, second season's coming out. So sure, it's going to be for that. So I lock in. I'm like, I'm going to play the whole game in one weekend. And I did it with my friend and at my friend's house. And then by Monday, I was ready to go. And I was already a fan. I mean, that whole gaming experience is so top tier. It's so nice. And then I found out later on that it was for Dina. And I was like, whoa, this is a much bigger role than I thought I would play.
Something I love about Dina and her relationship with Ellie is how you communicate so much through just stares and smiles. So how do you build that kind of chemistry with Bella Ramsey where you only have to look at them to be able to convey everything that is being felt and thought between the characters?
That's so sweet. Honestly, I think Bella and I have just always had that kind of energy towards each other. I feel like we do communicate with it. We actually we created our own little language to communicate on set because people were always listening to our words and it felt like they were sometimes trying to listen to our thoughts. So we confided in each other a lot. And maybe because we confided in each other and were, supportive to each other on set, it translated into the scenes. That's like a direct transition for us because at the end of the day it really felt like we only had each other on set sometimes because everyone else has their own jobs. No one else can really relate to what it is exactly that we're doing, and it really bonded us, and not like a trauma bond. I think it was a more fortified bond that will last a long time, hopefully.
This being a very morality-heavy TV show, what do you expect people to take away from it at the end of the day?
I don't really expect anything from people. I just did my job and I'm like, yeah, I just hope. But I think what I expect somewhat of like them to really immerse themselves in it and lean into it, and I hope they watch it again. I hope they get all of the information from the season and they go back, because when I did that, I was like, whoa, every moment is so much more charged. All of these secrets that people are holding, the secrets now, so then you know when they're lying. And then the first time around, you're just like, oh, I'm just, watching this interesting scene. And you have no idea the layers that are going into that. And it's so cool. So yeah, I hope people rewatch it.
E foi assim a entrevista à Isabela Merced, a Dina de The Last of Us. Se preferirem ouvir a versão dobrada, ouçam o episódio desta semana, porque também vale mesmo muito a pena. Se gostaram, subscrevam e mandem feedback. Nós queremos saber o que vocês sugerem. Há alguma série que nos está a escapar ou algum filme que não podemos perder? Enviem os vossos 30 segundos de recomendações para o e-mail watchparty@rr.pt. Até lá!